I guess. I don't know. I worry about those guys in there. I don't know. I don't pay attention to what else goes on.
Coach, the selection committee said this week that they do take into account injuries and in terms of seeding. If you have a significant injury, should that count into where you're seated, or should it be what you've done during the regular season?
Well, I can tell you they didn't do it when I was at Cincinnati. You know, Kenyon broke his leg. We were without a question the number 1 seed, and I think we fell all the way to like the last 2 seed. So they didn't do it then. That's all I know. I know they didn't do it then.
Coach, what have you learned from the first 2 games that you're going to try to apply, change, tweak a little bit in this game?
And I guess what I learned, they're pretty good. They've just manhandled us inside. We've got to somehow do a better job.
Coach, do you like the location of this championship? Every venue's a travel for you, it seems, but anyway. But what do you think of Kansas City as the host site here for the next several years?
I think they've done a great job. They've done a great job, and from what I understand, it's sold out. Which is, I mean, how many conference tournaments can you say are sold out? We weren't here very long last time, so it was hard for me to kind of really give you an idea. We came in, got beaten, left, but we're looking forward to it.
Is there a different feel when postseason begins among a team, whether it's a conference tournament or NCAA tournament? Is it ramped up? Do you try to get a different attitude among your team?
I think when you got a bunch of seniors, I think they understand. They've been through it, you know, so the finality of the whole thing starts to set in. But we don't have any seniors, so these guys are just kind of just go play, you know. It's a whole different deal when you can always say we'll get them next year, you know, than when there is no next year.
Can that be a good thing sometimes, the guys that don't know what they don't know?
I don't know. The longer I do this, the more I realize I don't know. You know, you'd think that, I know you guys think that, you know, you do this, whatever I've done in 32 years or whatever, 33 years, that I know I don't have a clue. That's being honest.
You ever have a gut feeling when you go into postseason how you're going to do it?
Not really. You know, it's sometimes you're playing well, sometimes you're playing well and making shots, and sometimes you're not. I think everybody goes through that. It's just, hopefully, you know, you don't go through that at the end of the year.
Playing the last game tomorrow night, what's your schedule between now and then? You try to keep them interested, involved, or just...
They want to come to the games. You know, we gave them a choice whether to go to the movies, or I may have been the selection of movies we gave to them. I don't know, but they all want to come and watch games. So they're going to come watch probably a game and a half. Eat some of them good hot dogs, you know.
Is there a team that you would like your team to watch before they play? Is there somebody that...
No. Yeah, we've played everybody twice. They're pretty familiar with everybody. And nowadays, AAU, everybody knows everybody anyways.
Coach, can you talk about how Terry's been progressing?
He's better. He's not close to 100%. Doesn't have his weight's not back yet, and his stamina's not back, and you know, I mean, I can't go in there and run up and down the floor and practice now with the guys that, you know, with the heavy minutes that our guys are playing the way it is. So he hasn't got a lot of up and down stuff. So I don't know. I mean, we'll do what we did before, throw him in, see what he does and how he holds up, and hopefully he's better. But I don't know.
How important do you feel like it is to have him back and at least playing maybe near 100%?
Well, we lost 3 out of 4 without him, so obviously he's pretty important. He's another guy we can put out there, make shots, can score. He takes a big burden off Juwan and Aaron.
Coach, beating Kansas to end the season, does that carry over at all when you can you carry a little bit of that momentum as you begin postseason?
I don't know. You're asking hard questions.
Too early in the morning for
Yeah, well, I don't honestly don't know. I mean, you hope so, but I don't know. We were pretty good in practice the last 2 days, but I mean, they're generally pretty good in practice. You know, they've been a pretty level-headed group for being as young as they are. Maybe they just don't know yet. That could be too.
How about a guy like Devin and the way that he played in that game, and now obviously he has a really big task figuratively and literally ahead of him in the game tomorrow. What have you seen from him in practice that you feel like he can try to continue some of that momentum?
I don't know. I mean, Devin's Devin. You know, Dev's been pretty much the same guy every day. I think a lot of it depends on. I don't know. I don't know if travel affects him. You know, he's got asthma. I don't know whether travel affects him. I don't know. I mean, I'm not. I have a hard enough time doing what I'm doing. I'm not going to be a doctor.
You get the sense that you guys understand, you know, how much there is to gain in this tournament, you know, just with what you can do to get into the NCAAs?
Jeff, they got TVs. I mean, they watch what's going on. Sure, they do. I mean, to say they don't know. I mean, and I haven't talked to them about it, but I'm sure they do know. I'm sure they've been watching ESPN and Joey Brackets and the whole deal. So I'm sure they know.
Bob, if Devin's Devin, he has been all year, but the way he's played lately is different. Does that change anything about how you guys feel going in? Because I mean, you said he maybe with his worst game against him last time. He's obviously a little bit more consistent lately. Does that alter the view going in, or is it just not related?
I think all of them, Mike. They all they're good kids. You know, they've all learned. They've all. And you know, and Devin understands. He got his butt kicked last time. He understands that. But it was a good learning experience for him. As long as they continue to learn, as long as they continue to get better and draw on these experiences, it does nothing but make us better.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks,
Coach.
Yep.